I'm Forrest Saunders standing in the state capitol. March isn't soon enough. Florida's governor saying on Monday that he wants lawmakers to return to Tallahassee early for a special session on a bunch of different issues, perhaps the biggest, immigration. Day one, America's next president has vowed the largest mass deportation program of undocumented in American history.
We have a responsibility to be in this fight.
And here in Florida, Governor Ron DeSantis wants to be ready for a flurry of immigration executive orders from the White House. The Republican Monday calling on state lawmakers to come back to Tallahassee more than a month early, January 27th, and pass bills to assure compliance.
We are going to need legislation to impose additional duties on local officials and provide funding for those local officials. If those duties are clear in law, I have the authority with respect to certain officials to suspend them from their office if they are neglecting their duties. And that's a authority that I have invoked when it's been appropriate in the past.
DeSantis also said he'd back a repeal of Florida's in-state college tuition for undocumented, calling it an incentive for illegal immigration. It's a sentiment shared by the bill's sponsor.
And it gives human traffickers, which is what the parents are, a reason to bring their children to Florida. We don't want illegal immigrants in Florida. Go somewhere else. And better yet, stay home.
Florida approved the tuition breaks in 2014, a bipartisan effort to help dreamers brought to the U.S. as children. It was even championed by Florida's current Lieutenant Governor, Jeanette Nunez, when she was a lawmaker.
Let's not hold these children responsible for actions that their parents took, something they had no control over. Let's allow for opportunities for all of Florida's children.
Beyond immigration, DeSantis wants a laundry list of other items. More hurricane aid for recent victims and prioritizing them for Florida's home hardening program. A crackdown on ballot initiative signature fraud and condo relief to address rising HOA fees, a symptom of a reform bill passed after the Surfside collapse.
It just seems to me that all of this is a stunt. It's an attempt to get attention. It's an attempt to maybe try to take some of the shine away from the president just after he's been inaugurated.
Florida Democrats in the House not buying it. The House Minority Leader questioned why property insurance wasn't included and immigration was.
Immigration is an issue that is resigned to the Congress. It's resigned to the federal government. You know, if he really wants to address these issues so bad, maybe he should go back to Congress.
And we just heard from Florida's House and Senate leadership about this call for a special session, which makes a lot of us question if it will happen at all. That is because the leadership in both of the chambers is calling this, quote, irresponsible and premature. I want to read you a specific quote from a statement that just went out. In particular, when it comes to immigration, we are strong supporters of President Trump and stand ready to follow his lead. At this time, we are not aware of any specific guidance provided to the states about actions state legislatures can take to support forthcoming federal action. It is completely irresponsible to get out ahead of any announcements. Again, this is coming from the House and Senate leadership, the GOP supermajority, which has the power to override any vetoes of the governor, basically flexing their political muscle here. So we will see if a special session actually happens after quite the statement. That's the latest out here at the state capitol. I'm Forrest Saunders reporting.